Hey, everybody. Martha Krejci here. I have to wait a little while for this to go to YouTube super quick. Today we are going to be talking about why it doesn't matter who you are. Anyone can do this, all right? The reason that this even comes up at all is because I get into conversations with people all the time. Oh man, there I go, starting to talk. I do have my mic on though, so kudos to me, I'm just saying. First things first, I'll get this right someday. If you're on YouTube right now, make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also hit the bell so you are the first to make sure that you get videos whenever they come on, like right now. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Okay. So the reason that this comes up, you guys, is because I get into conversations with people all the time, and they'll say like, you know, you seem like a normal person. So they call me normal, and that's cool because I totally am. They say like, you seem like a normal person, but you get that huge but in the middle of the sentence, right? Do you think I can do this? Let's talk. Let's talk. Because you think I'm normal, right? Let's talk about how actually normal I am, okay? Let's talk about how just like everyone else I am, how my background may even be a little bit worse than some people's, okay? But, and all of this, not to say like boo-hoo on me, I'm not saying that at all, but to say, if I can do this, you can do this, okay? It's really, there's not anything else to it, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about my background super duper quick. I was an alcoholic, a bad alcoholic. Almost lost my marriage from it. I quit that years ago at this point. So there was that. I was married, got divorced, had some domestic violence, ended up in the hospital in a bad way. That happened. After that divorce, I was completely destitute. I was living in somebody's basement and couldn't feed myself. I would feed my dog and I wouldn't be able to feed myself. And even for her, I would get her like a Hardee's cheeseburger that was like 59 cents or something like that. And I couldn't even, like, I would just, that was life. That was life. Okay. So there was that. Other things, extreme panic disorder, right? I would think I was going to die at least 20 times a day. I would stay home from work sometimes. So there was a lot of sort of like FMLA stuff that was going on because of that. Even if I was driving, I would have to pull over alongside the road because I thought I was going to die while I was driving and I didn't want to hurt somebody else. There was a whole lot of stuff. I couldn't speak in public. I couldn't even stand in front of people in public. Like, I hated networking events because I would have to be standing in front of somebody and talking to them, and I could just feel myself kind of twitching and getting weird, and I could not communicate with them, okay? What I'm saying is, you guys, it doesn't matter what you're going through right now. It makes no difference at all. All that you have to do, literally, is decide that you want something else. Decide that you will do something else. Decide that the life that you desire will be yours, and accept no substitutes, accept nobody else's limitations, okay? Because like I talk about all the time, other people's limitations are none of your business. Other people's limitations on themselves and on you, none of your business at all, okay? The minute that you start internalizing somebody else's view of you or your perception of their view of you, you will get smaller, okay? Because back in the day when I was living in a basement, complete alcoholic, one night I was so drunk I tripped on a pothole in the parking lot of a bar, right? Almost freaking broke my ankle, bad sprain, right? Like, and then I go down the stairs into the basement. I'm just sitting there, and I remember just thinking to myself, like, what have I become? What am I doing here, right? And I could see my thoughts anyway. I could see other people's perceptions of me, my thoughts of what they perceived of me, right? Which may or may not have even been true. Who knows? But it's your reality when you decide that it is. That's a whole thing, okay? So whenever at that point, I was thinking people were looking at me like I was just a deadbeat. Like, just end it. And that's when I went through my whole suicidal stuff, okay? Felt worthless, felt like I was adding nothing to the community, felt like I was actually taking from the community, right? Instead of giving anything back, no value at all. That's the way I saw myself, okay? You guys, I'm telling you, from that space, I came to a moment where my now husband basically told me what he saw in me. He told me what he saw as valuable in me. And you guys, this is something that I hope everybody hears, everybody understands, and everybody utilizes, okay? Because it's so true. People will rise and fall to your perceptions, your expectations of them, okay? There's a story that I tell a lot, you guys. And it's of a teacher, and she's got a classroom full of students, and all of the students are they're doing poorly on their tests, okay? And the principal was like, well, we need to fix this, and da-da-da. She's like, okay, well, let me try a thing. She did one thing different in this time period until the next test. One thing that she did different. Every single day when these kids came to class, every single day, she would remind them of how brilliant they were. It's like the whole Thomas Edison's mom story, right? She would tell them how brilliant they were, how smart they were, how glad she was that they showed up that day, how intelligent, how thought-provoking, all of these things. That was the only thing different that she did. And the next time that those kids took that test, all of the scores went up. It was nothing functionally different. There was nothing that was being taught that was different. There was nothing that, like a skill set that they had now that they didn't have before. It was nothing different. The only difference, you guys, is that somebody was believing in them and speaking truth and life over them and into their lives. And they believed it. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm not going to cry right now. They believed it. That's the only thing, I'm going to talk through this, that changed. You got to believe it, guys. You got to believe it. The moment that you can believe that your life can change, the moment that you can believe you can have the life you desire, the moment that you believe that you can have multiple income streams and that you guys can go on vacation whenever you want to, and that you can have your kids' college money saved for them far in advance if they want to go to college, and that you can have different businesses even if you don't have a business degree. You can have, I didn't finish college, you guys, another thing, okay? That you can have all of this stuff. The only thing holding you back from it Two things: direction, which I got you all day long, and belief in yourself, which you have to have all day long. I'll help you. I'll believe in you until you can believe in yourself. I'll believe in you enough for both of us, okay? But you got to be on the track to believing in yourself, because that's the only thing that's going to keep you back from this. Everything else, I got you. I know how to do it. I'll tell you how to do it. You just have to believe in yourself. And you have to believe in your dream. And you guys, it's not even just about you, right? Because at the end of the day, especially those of us that are parents, at the end of the day, it's about our kids. We see the world right now as it is. What's it going to be in the future? What's their future going to be like? What kind of options and opportunities are they going to have? Are they going to know how to create a life for themselves? They will if they see you do it. I guarantee that. I make sure Nora sees everything that I do. She sees what we're doing. Okay? So she knows that's possible for her. She doesn't know anything else. She doesn't know limitations. She doesn't even, trust me, she doesn't, part of it's being 5, but she doesn't even understand limitations. She doesn't even get that at all, right? Anywho, I just wanted to give you a quick explainer on how everyone can do this. Because literally, I was in the mucky muck, you guys. I was there. And this isn't just some sort of sob story like, oh, poor Martha. I'm not saying that, because I don't even think poor Martha. I think I'm glad I was there, because now I can understand the contrast so much better, right? And I know that I did it. I know that I can show other people how to do it because I walked that same path. I can do it. I can show you guys how to do it, right? What questions do you guys have? Okie dokie. Well, I didn't even have the video up here. And it looks like it didn't go to YouTube, so we will send it to YouTube afterward, y'all. Jenna, hey girl, hey. Hey. Shelly, good morning, beautiful. Good morning to you. Talita, hello, dear. Hello. Carrie Ann, good morning. Lori, good morning. Also, you guys, just a heads up, if you haven't seen this before, if you're wanting to know, let me get rid of that. That'll go away in a second, I'm sure. There we go. If you are wanting to know more about the signature program that I have that launches on Monday, on June 13th, July 13th, wherever we are, go ahead and send an email to hello@Martha E. Krejci, subject case study. Go ahead and send that email to us, and we'll get a conversation with you. It's not for everybody. Again, I need to know that you believe in yourself. I need to know that I'm able to get your results. But if I can get your results, I'm going to invite you into the program, and your entire life is going to change. So that's going to be fun. Let me go ahead and get this out of here. All right. Shelly, nothing normal about me. Jennifer, good morning. Lori, hello. Rita, OMG, I had that. Yes, girl, none of your business. Exactly. Lori, wow, I really needed to hear this. Going through family issues, and I know I want this so bad, and to prove all the negative Nellies or neons that I did it. It's the first step of what happens with the negative Nellies or neons. I'm not sure who neons are, but I feel like it's the same thing. The first thing that happens is you want to prove them wrong, and it sort of comes from that like angst place. And then what happens after you make it is you no longer want to prove them wrong. You want to help them. You want to help them see. And it's a very different energy behind it. And it happens after you actually make it. Then you just want everybody, friends or not, You want everybody to experience it, because honestly, you guys, the way that I feel about people and humanity in general is I feel like everybody, I always assume positive intent, and I feel like everybody at the bottom of everything is a decent person. They just have struggles. They're just scared. They just don't know they don't know what to do, and so they get angry and they get mad and they get judgmental and all of these things, right? And it's just to protect themselves. But if we can all become successful, which we can, if we can all become successful and financially independent and not have to stress out about bills and making ends meet and all of that, right? If we can all get to that point, then we can all start living from our hearts and in service to others. And that is, at the end of everything, I believe that's what's going to actually make this ripple effect that's going to change the world as we know it. That's my truth. That's my truth, and I'm going to say it. Mike, let me know that the stream isn't on YouTube. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and push this to YouTube. You guys have the best day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.